Hi, this is Johnny Burgin with another Chicago Blues guitar lesson, and this is sponsored by a student. It's called In the Open by Freddie King, and I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir when I say these licks and these instrumentals that he did and the other records that Freddie did are pretty much like a total starting point for so much of the rock and blues vocabulary ever since. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is an A, and I'm going to do like the first go around, or maybe first two go arounds, and I'm not going to be exactly note for note, but the concepts are there. So here we go. 2, 3, A9. You could do it a 2-note chord or 4. I think it's a 3-note chord. You can even do all 4. Just the first 12 bars is a really good thing to practice your improv, because you don't have to play a whole 12 bars. You just have to go dot, 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 dot. You've got 3 beats to do something. Doesn't matter what. I made my move too soon when I did this. But all that stuff is in there. I'm going to get to that. So. I've got my metal finger pick and my thumb pick on. There's times it just sounds so much better with this Freddie King stuff, and that's how he did it. And it sounds great this way. Versus a pick. Almost the same. And then this part. That's like one of the big climactic licks. And again, I'm getting ahead of myself. But it does sound a lot better if you get used to these thumb pick and finger picks. Then it's like. It just has a bite to it. So anyway, that's me. Play it however you want. So let's practice improvising on these 3 beats. Your turn. What you got? Ah. There's really no vibrato in this. I did a little bit, but honestly, at the tempo, it's hard to really, he's sort of blazing through his notes a lot of the time, and you don't have time for all that. See if you can do that. That's a good one there. I'm all right. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, those licks are not that hard to find. The first 12 bars is kind of like laying out the groove and making little comments on it. But it definitely feels like it's going to go somewhere. It's gathering some energy. You know, it's like an old snake versus a young snake. A young snake, if a young snake bites you, it's going to shoot all its venom all at once because it's all pumped up and freaked out, and it just gives you all its venom. An old snake gives you just a little bit, so it's better to be bit by an older snake. So he's kind of like an old snake here. He's saving it. He's going to hit you over the head later. He's just giving you a few jabs now. So anyway, now we're in the second 12 bars. He loves that. He does it all the time. Sounds better with the up, down, up, down. And then, so he's creating a whole new deal here. He was always here in this kind of typical pentatonic stuff we know. That. He does that one too. That's a G note, 8th fret. So but it's you know, stuff you're probably familiar with. Most of you guys know this 9th chord already. I'm assuming you do. 4-5, 4-5. A, D, G, B. But the second go around, he's like, okay, enough of that. I'm going to get down into my Eddie Taylor stuff now. Because Eddie Taylor was a big influence on Freddie King. That's what's so interesting about him, is that he had the chordal Jimmy Rogers, Muddy Waters, Eddie Taylor thing and the BB thing. And as far as... But he just had a different attitude, you know? Like a tank. It was like a tank coming at you. So let's do the second go around. And now long A. See how better that sounds to go down and then up, like. And then he goes. D7th. Ah. That's a whole new thing. It's kind of like what he's playing on Drinking Muddy Water. Now, I think I'm going to play that again and without talking, and I'm going to try to not put as much, make it a little more like single notes, because I think that was it'll sound a little more like what Freddie did. Okay, 2, 3. Sorry. That was about the size of it. So that's like a whole new area of knowledge. And, you know, a lot of folks, like especially if you go to blues jams, they're just like whatever key they're in, they're just playing out of this sort of E bar chord pentatonic, which is great. It sounds great. But Freddie King mixes it up and plays out of A. Now, I've talked about A lot in a lot of lessons. I mean, if you listen to Ludella by Jimmy Rogers, you can pretty much learn everything you need to know about the key of A, almost. And then Bad Boy by Eddie Taylor, all that stuff. And he's just doing that kind of thing out of this long A. Then E. D7th. Low E string, G note, G sharp. Just practice that. Then he does this. A lot of you guys know this. 13 and 12, B string and E string. Not sure how he picks it. You can go down. And when you take that and go down 3 frets, you're just at an A chord. Looks like a D chord all the way up here, 9th and 10th. All right, that's the second go around. Now the third and fourth is where he really starts to take care of business. So he goes. I think he does it here even. I can't tell, but I guess he does it here. So that's out of your A, right? And then he jumps up. That's another part where the upstroke with that metal adds so much compared to a pig. Ah. There's some vibrato there. 8th fret, bend it up. Let me slow it down, okay? I'm going way too fast. So. I think I lost my place in there. I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit. Four. So I think that was basically how it went. It was something real close to that. So I would just practice the bass line. Yeah, it's like this. And just practice. Play it here or here. Doesn't matter. So, all right. Next go around where it's really going nuts. Doom, doom, ginger, doom. Just like Sweet Home Chicago, except it's in A. You're on the 15th, 17th, and 15th fret, B and E strings. Down 2 on the B string, 1 on the E string. Same as this D shape here. And then down 2 more. And then it's like, okay, on the 4 he goes back to his other concept. I just butchered that. So anyway, you get the idea. This is like, I'm going to just teach this lick real quick. So if you break here, he always fingers it that way. Yeah. So this is our Hetero House rockin' song, and then he goes back to. Woo! Okay. I made a few errors in there, but you know, I think the main takeaway is really, if you haven't tried these, try them on this song. I think you'll be happy. And the main takeaways, I think, are going from this stuff to this stuff. And I would experiment with some cool rhythms like that. That's a cool rhythm. It must have been some corny dance that the high schoolers were doing back then. Have fun with this song. It's a lot of fun to play. And the other thing is, think about the structure. I would even practice just like the middle of the song if you want, like the long A. Say, all right, for 12 bars, I'm going to sort of lay out this A position. And the next 12 bars, I'm going to let them have it and raise the intensity. So you could practice raising the intensity. So when it gets to be like crunch time at a gig or when you're building your sets or whatever it is, or if you just want to like raise the excitement, you sort of know how to do that. Practice one kind of just laying out your ideas in between your chords. And then the other part is let them have it. So have fun with this song. Do join me on Patreon if you enjoy these lessons. I do a weekly guitar chat, and I appreciate you guys' support. Hope to see you at a show. And thanks for watching. See you next time.